What's going on, Metal4Metal universe? We are right here for another great episode of Metal4Metal. This is episode 21, I believe, and we're going to have some great news for this episode, including some reunitements with Ace Frehley and Gene Simmons. That's a big deal. Along with a couple new singles from GWAR and ANNIHILATOR. And our big piece of news that we have is DECAPITATED is in some hot water.
Oh, yeah.
So stick around to find out why right here on Metal4Metal. Metal4Metal universe, I'm PJ Steven. This is my man right here, Dennis Parker, and we are here to bring you a great episode of metal news right here on Metal4Metal. Dennis, it's been a hell of a week.
It's what we do, man.
We have had
hells of weeks.
Hells of weeks. We have had an amazing week here down here in Charleston, including our 100 subscriber bash that we had right here in my backyard. It was a phenomenal time,
really
I
cool,
think.
I had a lot of fun with
A lot of people had a lot of fun. It was really good. The cops were called during Trunk Ride's
so
set.
know it was a party.
It was a party then. And this man knows how to talk his way out of the cops.
Yeah.
All I had to do was ask them to donate, and they were fine.
Yeah, just guilt trip them.
Yeah, I did find out that we raised $58 to go to Houston. Not much, but it was something. So we appreciate that. We'll give a shout out to Larry Graham, who was our biggest donator. And I want to give a really big shout out to the bands that, of course, played at the event. Alert the Media, thank you guys so much for providing the PA and providing a lot of the set. Actually, most of the set.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The whole set,
yeah.
I want to thank Trunk Ride coming all the way out here from Ohio just to play in the yard and play at Big Gun the next night. You guys are a hell of a group, and I hope you guys enjoyed your interview. Same thing with Mr. Henry Savage. You coming all the way from Canada, and I made your first medium burger, and that made me feel really good as well.
He was kind of skeptical about eating it. He wasn't even sure if it was safe.
Yeah, because in Canada, I guess you can only eat them well done.
Right.
So anyway, I appreciate you guys for coming down, and you guys put on a hell of a show, and I was very pleased. Everyone was so happy with you guys. So again, thank you so much. I want to give one more shout out to Rick and Stacy, who really helped us out with that and bringing that all together. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, man, that interview with Henry was the funniest thing.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Isn't he great? You know, I've been listening to a lot of punk recently. I've been listening to a lot of Minor Threat because Trunk Ride reminds me so much of Minor Threat. They really do. You know, I listened to their 2 records that's on Spotify, and man, they're a hell of a band. They're nice. Really, really good. So I've been listening to Minor Threat. I listened to what else? What is that? Oh, you know, I was listening to a little bit more Blind Guardian. I was listening to the Bard song a lot today, and I've been listening to this band, the Jasons, who I just got their new LPs in the mail today, and. It's an awesome listen. If you've never heard of the Jasons, definitely look them up on Bandcamp. They're a hell of a band.
They have a great stage show, too.
And they're a great stage show. Their new record, Get Fucked, and it's awesome.
Has a titty on it.
And a lot of titties. There's a lot of titties on there. Of course, the Jasons being a Friday the 13th themed horror movie punk band, they are out of this fucking world. Definitely give them some support. That's enough blowing smoke up people's asses. Right. I am now ready to get on to the news. So, Dennis, what do we got? What's our first news?
Well, we'll start off with the 2 singles that I give a shit about that have come out.
Oh, I love shingles.
Yes, shingles are good. GWAR has a new song, El Presidente, which
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, right. I really enjoyed that song.
That song is really good.
Yep, and ANNIHILATOR has a new song coming out for their new album, Twisted Lobotomy. Off their upcoming album, Unveils of the Damned. Demented, I'm sorry.
For the Demented, yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then the song Twisted Lobotomy. That's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds completely different than their earlier work.
Yeah, ANNIHILATOR's always been a really good band. I put them in that top 7 with Overkill, Testament, Creator, and all those guys. I mean, ANNIHILATOR's a killer band.
The new song is very thrashy death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
really
what
good.
you love.
Yeah. It's a lot different than their first 4 albums.
I love GWAR's song as well. I think out of the 2 albums, I prefer the ANNIHILATOR one catches me a little bit more. But that new album GWAR.
It was the new GWAR song was classic GWAR.
Oh yeah, it's GWAR. It's fantastic. I love it.
It was more on the metal side of GWAR than the punk side of GWAR, which I appreciate.
Yeah, most definitely.
I like that.
You gotta love things like that, especially with the way that. This, during If You Want Blood, You Got It, and they murdered Donald Trump. This song, El Presidente, we know exactly what it's about. It's awesome. We love it. And I look forward to hearing Annihilator's new record as well. I think that's going to be
did you
really...
see, did I show the cover art right there? It's really cool.
Oh, the cover art, yeah, check that out right
I'll
there.
put that up right
that
there,
looks awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking sweet.
Look at that. The devil horns, the eye. I mean, it's like Satan Cyclops.
He's like blowing the brains and the eyes out of the dude's face. That's fucking awesome.
Do we have a release date for that yet?
It is sometime... I believe it's this year. I think it's in November.
Well, I know
November 3rd.
There you go. So I know Annihilator is on tour right now with Testament and Death Angel. And if they're playing songs from For the Demented, I definitely want to be there. So that's a hell of an album cover.
Right. It's cool.
What else we got?
Well, we got some more gossip from Tony Iommi, as we covered on here before. He's already confirmed that they're never going to tour again. There's never going to be a big major, European tour. Whatever, but Tony Iommi has said that they are, it is possible they could do just some one-off shows.
Sure, I mean, Misfits do that all the time. They're doing that this year with Danzig.
I think the main thing was Tony Iommi can't really travel very far anymore. From what I was reading, he would, whenever they were on tour before, he'd have to fly back every couple weeks back to the UK and go to his doctor and stuff like that. So he can't go. We might not get a tour in America. Or a show in America, but one might pop up here and there. But there's definitely not going to be any tours anymore.
Yeah.
He's also saying that there's a lot of people who are wanting to work with him, which we also covered that before.
He's been getting, I guess, calls and messages all the time with people who's wanting to work with him. More recently, Brian May, the guitarist for Queen, they've been wanting to collaborate a lot. They've actually done a little bit of collaboration back in the day, and it worked out for him. So I'd love to see an album with that. I know there's been talk with Tony Iommi and guys like Rage Against the Machine.
That would be a sick lineup. Right there.
So something like that. I've read a lot of these things. Honestly, what I want
is really nobody that doesn't want to work with Tony Iommi, right? So,
what I want is a one-off show with Bill Ward drumming. That's what I want. We talked about that.
Yeah, because if it's going to be just one show, I'm pretty sure that there shouldn't be.
Bill can handle a 2-hour show.
He has to. He has to be able to do that.
And if he can't do it, then he shouldn't be bitching if he can't do it.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's just one of those things.
All right, next little quick piece of news that David Ellison he's confirming that Megadeth has started writing riffs and lyrics for the new album.
Another great Megadeth album, hopefully.
Yep. So that's cool.
We did read that it was going to be what Dave Mustaine says he might have one more album in him. So that means it could be Megadeth's final album.
Right. Well, he tweeted a couple years ago. It's like, well, we definitely have 2 albums left in us. And then right after the last one, he retweeted again the following year saying like, well, I know we got at least 1 album left in us. So maybe it's a countdown. Maybe he's just talking shit. I mean,
he does like to talk shit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's just, it might maybe he has the intention of it being his last album, but then once the money runs out, gotta do what you gotta do.
Gonna need that money. He still is selling his house, guys. So
is he still selling?
I'm pretty sure he's still selling. I could be wrong, but I'm almost sure he is.
Yeah, right. I think it's he dropped. It was less than $1 million. I think he wanted for it. Yeah.
Well, I know Megadeth is still on tour right now with the Scorpions. I'd love to see that tour. Speaking of the Scorpions, I do want to bring this up real quick. Mm-hmm. During I guess there was a baseball game. I'm not a baseball guy. But the Atlanta Braves were taking on the Miami, whatever they're called. And Atlanta Braves played Rocky Like a Hurricane when the Miami were coming out, and they had to apologize for it. Yeah. That is hilarious. And, speaking of hurricanes, I know a lot of people have been affected by, Hurricane Irma and all that noise. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay dry. And remember Metal4Metal, thinking about you guys. Every time there's a hurricane around, I always think of the episode of Metalocalypse where he's like, what do you guys do for a living? They're like, oh, we name hurricanes. And he's like, that's all you do? He goes, what do you name this hurricane? And he's like, Scrambles the death receiver, or the death, what's it called? He's like, Scrambles,
they say a lot of crazy shit.
The death something, and then in the newspaper it says like, Scrambles the death receiver coming your way, like, pretty funny. Anyway. That's always what I think of when I think of hurricanes. But, yeah, don't play Rocky Like a Hurricane to Florida. I guess they get all upset.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, Florida, they're just used to hurricanes.
Well, it's the trash can of America.
Right. I mean, it's just
sorry if you're from there, but that's
just... Yeah, I mean, it's just sticking...
It's the way it is.
It's just sticking out down there. I mean, they get hit by a hurricane, 5 times a year?
Yeah.
So whatever.
And I'm talking a lot of shit, but, I mean, that hurricane... There's going to be one hurricane that's going to kick my ass here pretty soon. I'm not going to be able to live this very long. Hey, we get lucky.
Yeah, I mean, I survived Hugo which I think my parents even had that on a shirt somewhere. But that was a category 3 or 4 or something, and that was fine. I think a tree fell on the house, but the house didn't blow away. That's the main thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah, really.
So
good stuff. What
moving on now, we got Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley. First time in 16 years collaborating together, actually playing together at a benefit concert for the children.
For the children.
For the children now. It is the Children Matter benefit, and this is
all
to
children
all
matter.
Children matter. Actually, that's what it says in here.
Oh, you serious? Oh, that's funny.
It actually says regardless of race, income, gender, religion, location, every child deserves the same access to
every child deserves to see Kiss back together. I guess.
Yeah, but I guess the proceeds are going to the hurricane as well. So that's good. I mean. Tickets are $60, and then a VIP is $250.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a good thing because Cheap Trick's going to be there. Don Felder from the Eagles are going to be there, or is going to be there. I mean, I would pay that. I mean, like
I'd pay $60 to see that. And it's also opening up a little speculation that there may be a Kiss reunion coming on because Gene Simmons has also been working with Ace on Ace's new upcoming solo album.
Yeah.
But it also goes on to say that Paul Stanley is reported he has absolutely no interest in doing a Kiss.
See, I don't understand why. Like,
money's there.
It is there.
I mean, why not? That's what the people want too. I mean, that's what people would want to see.
I mean, Ace Frehley, he's my favorite member of Kiss. He's a hell of a guitarist. I love his solo album more than I love anybody else's. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just the way it is.
He's a genuinely nice guy too. That's what I hear.
Yeah, I've heard he's not the smartest guy.
Well, he's a musician. DJ, so.
I was telling a story. Actually, Frank told me this story. That, like, you know, back in the day, like, Ace Frehley, like, their tour made, like, $300,000. And they were like, so he goes up to his agent and was like, hey, well, I heard the tour made $300,000, so, you know, where's my $300,000? They're like, well, we have to pay the blah, 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 the blah, 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 blah. And Ace was just like, well, where's my $300,000? Like, he didn't get it. Wow. So I've always heard he's not the smartest, but...
Eddie Trunk likes him.
So, I love him. I mean, it's just, and this is best for business. I'm telling you, this is best for business to do a Kiss reunion one more time. I mean, there are people that talk, the old fuck shouldn't be playing guitar anymore. Coming from the guy that is in Napalm Death, rock is not dead, no matter how many times Mr. Simmons wants to say, and we got some more to say about Mr. Simmons here. But rock is not dead. It's just because they're old, I mean, they can't fucking rock. Half of the music scene down here in Charleston, and say what you will, half the music scene down here in Charleston are older dudes that are keeping it the fuck alive because the youngsters can't keep up. Yeah. I'll say it. The youngsters can't keep up. In the words of Billy from Alert the Media, it took the old timers to do it. Yeah. Bring the music scene back to where it is.
It's basically just the same guys who were doing it as a kids, and then
I'm not taking anything away from the young guys that are down here, the young guys and girls that are down here in Charleston that are pulling their weight, kicking ass, getting in the studio, getting in their garage, making it happen. But I'm just saying, most of the talent that I see is older gentlemen, older women that are picking it up. Missing the Meerkats, big example. Gutter Saints, huge example. Mm-hmm. Hybrid Mutants, Alert the Media. I mean, they're older guys that are still rising up, making it happen. I'm not saying there's younger people out there that are less talent or that are not as talented. Age doesn't make talent. I'm just saying that I think they need to come out of the woodwork a little bit. Though. Right, and I think they need to come out of the woodwork a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, most definitely.
I agree.
Well, back to Gene Simmons, because now I'm getting on a tangent here. Yeah. Back to Gene Simmons.
Well, if you thought the Master Puppets new box set that's coming out was cool, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Let me strap in for this one.
Right. Okay. Well, Gene Simmons is unveiling the Vault, and just for a low price, the introductory price of $2,000, you get 150 never before released tracks performed by Simmons. And then you get a giant book. You get a limited edition Gene Simmons non-makeup action figure and a one-of-a-kind hand-selected original piece of memorabilia from Gene's personal collection. But if you want to go the big route, the bronze level package, $50,000, you get all that, and he'll bring it to your house himself. He will fly to your house and present you, and I guess the vault weighs like 38 pounds. It says it's enormous. But would you pay $50,000 to have?
I would pay $50,000 for I mean, if I had the money, if I was rich as fuck, I'd pay that so I could do this. Hand me this.
But he's having the concert for the children. He's giving the children the money. The poor.
Now, do you own this?
The poor hurricane.
Do you own this?
The poor children of the hurricane, man. He's having.
I mean, sure, but I mean, it doesn't make up for
trying to take the horns.
If Hitler did a benefit for children, would you be like, oh well, he did benefit for the children?
Well, he's dead.
I just compared Gene Simmons to Hitler.
Yeah, you did.
That's in bad taste because Gene Simmons is Jewish.
Yeah, about to say you can only compare Donald Trump to Hitler.
Oh yeah, that's all. I can only do that. But no, I mean, like, in all seriousness, I probably wouldn't flick him off. I'd shake his hand and take the shit.
I would never even meet the guy. There's no way I'm paying. I mean, I wouldn't even pay $100 for that, honestly. And he wants fucking $2,000.
What, just to shake his hand? You wouldn't do that?
I mean, no, I guess not.
A VIP with Kiss?
Well, I mean, to get the VIP, it would cost like what, $250 or something. And no, I'm not paying that. Like, I mean, I guess if I ran into him on the street, I mean, I'm like, hey. I'm not even the biggest Kiss fan, so I mean, it's like, no.
I wouldn't lose my mind. I'd lose my mind if it was Ace. Or Peter.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Ace or Peter. I'd love that. Because Peter Criss, man, he is awesome. I love that guy. And I wish he was there at the Kiss reunion as well. Ace really, he has his solo albums are my favorite. Out of all the Kiss members.
Solo, because they all have solo albums.
Yeah, they all have solo albums, but like, even the ones they did after, Kiss, after, Ace's Comet Band and all that noise, like, it's still really good. Yeah. It's killer. And speaking of killer, our last piece of news is pretty dark, so viewer discretion is advised.
I mean, this is the big thing going on around now. Now, Decapitated, all 4 members are being accused of gang rape.
Now, let me say this before we go on. Innocent until proven guilty. We have no...
The whole story is
ass
wonky.
backwards.
It's all wonky, man. I don't... Because...
We're not saying they did it. We're not saying they didn't.
Right, because, I mean, you always want to give the girl the benefit of the doubt, I think.
Let's tell them exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, okay. So basically, what happened here is they were having a party on their tour bus after the show ended, right? And this was in California. And they invited these 2 girls on the bus, and then they were partying, having a good time, whatever, and then... She said the friend of the girl said it started getting creepy because they started looking at him like meat. And they started talking in Polish. Right. And then they were just like...
she said the vibe changed.
Yeah, they were like, okay, like, we need to get the hell out of here. So one of them went to the bathroom, and then apparently 2 of them went behind her and then started pulling down her pants and everything, and then supposedly put her over the sink and then did the deed to her, right?
Apparently, they all just took turns doing that.
That's what she's saying. And then the other girl, her friend that was with her, was like, after she wouldn't cooperate, apparently she was pushed down on the ground, kicked out of the bus. And then later on, though, she's saying that the friend was pulled over for a DUI. And then while she was in the back of the cop car, she called the friend who was raped, and she had confirmed that, I've been calling everybody with this, that, and she called 911, she went to the hospital, had the rape test done and everything, and whenever they arrested the members of Decapitation, that's when the story... Because
it first started out as kidnapping.
Right, it was kidnapping and then rape.
And then it turned into a rape charge.
Right, okay, so one of them, when they were asked, claimed that they showed him a picture of the 2 girls, and he was like, well, I never even saw them in my life. And then another guy in the band said, like, oh, yeah, they were there, but we were just having a good time. And then 2 of the other guys, I think, said they were sleeping or something. So, but they claim, they have lawyers there that are claiming that there's, another side to this, and they have witnesses that could prove that the girls came on the bus happy and left the bus happy. And nothing happened. So, but all but 1 member of the band has refused to give a DNA test. So... if I was being accused of rape and I know I didn't do it, it'd be like, have my saliva or whatever, But
hey, that happened to me.
Oh, yeah?
You remember?
You raping a girl?
No, but...
I don't remember that.
You remember when I was accused of doing it?
Oh, yeah. Whenever that Somerville rapist guy was around there, and they had, like, a sketch. Maybe I can find the sketch on YouTube so we can, like, compare.
Go look at that.
Well, you look nothing like him now, because at the time you didn't have long hair or a beard.
Yeah.
But, like, it was just this shitty sketch. Yeah, that a sketch.
It looks so generic.
And it was very. It could have honestly resembled anybody, but it did kind of sort of look like you. And we gave them shit for it for so long, and then they finally caught the guy.
And there was actually, I won't say the name, but there was a local coffee shop around the corner
that would kick you out or something.
They wouldn't serve me because they thought the sketch was me. Yeah.
It was funny because I was probably the one that gave them the sketch, just fucking with you. Like, it was him.
Yeah, man. Like, shitty, man. So I mean, I know what if Decapitated honestly didn't do it. I know what it's like to be in their shoes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I think they both deserve the benefit of the doubt because like I was saying, you don't want to just say that the girl's lying. That's fucking a terrible thing
that's horrible to do.
But at the same time,
and if they did do it, fuck them.
Right.
That's a horrible thing to do. Even if you're just having fun, like that's stupid. It's sick, and that's just an awful, terrible thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, basically either they banged a couple drunk chicks and the chicks are lying, or they are a bunch of sadistic fucking monsters.
Yeah, and you deserve to die. Yeah. And they're gonna get it because California is pro.
They're
pro death penalty, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they're death penalty.
Yeah.
Or not, we'll just bring them to Texas.
Right, we'll just take them to Texas.
But yeah, seriously though,
that's fucked up,
I want to hear what are your guys' thoughts. Do you think that this is a case of she got pulled over for the DUI, needed a reason to get out of it? Do you think that Decapitated are just a bunch of monsters and they are just evil people? Either way,
I'll wait till I see more evidence because they weren't even talking a lot because they wanted to have translators because they don't speak very fluent English.
Yeah.
So they weren't given a whole lot of statements.
And even so, I do want to find out more about this, and because I'm
going to be watching this story, because this is fucked up, man. This is really bad stuff.
Yeah, I feel bad for the girls. Whatever way that they're in, whether they're lying or not. I feel bad if they're lying because that's just sad. And I feel bad if it actually happened because that's just terrible. And the graphic way that she described how it was happening was just it was sick. And again, it's sad if you make up a story like that. But even if it happened, it's just wow.
Yeah, it's fucked up either way, really. So basically, moral of the story: be careful around drunk chicks.
Yeah, and I guess moral of the story too is don't meet your heroes. I don't know.
Yeah,
that didn't happen to you when you met Dave Mustaine.
No, he didn't. He didn't gang rape me or anything, and it was just an overall good experience. He's a very large man. Yeah, he's a very big guy. Like he will kick your ass.
Shook your hand really weird. You said
he did. He held it out like that. It was weird, and you're just kind of like,
whatever, man. When we met Testament, they were
Yeah. Well, Dave Mustaine, there was a line way longer than that at the Megadeth show. Oh, yeah. That fucking line was there was basically a basement that you had to go into, and there was the stairs, and it was all the basement, up the stairs, into the stage. It was crazy. There was fucking 300 people in line. So by the time he got to me, he was probably just sick of that shit. I don't blame him. But
wow.
That's all the news.
That's all the news that we have today. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this Decapitated? It's insane. Wow, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And if they did do it too, man, this is the kind of shit that gives heavy metal and punk and hard rock a bad name. This is why people are, it's the devil's music and bullshit like that.
Yeah, I hope they
bullshit like this.
I hope they didn't help to propagate that fucking stereotype. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It kills me. It really kills me. Yeah. Well, guys, moving right along from a morbid topic to something really cool that we've been we got in the works now. There's a local comic book shop that you hear us all the time talk about. It is Soundwave Comics right here in Charleston. And like we mentioned a couple weeks ago, there's a new DC story arc called Dark Knight's Metal. And we are teaming up with Mr. Greg from Soundwave.
Oh, I love you, Greg.
Love you, Greg. And we were teaming up with Greg from Soundwave to have a little bit of fun with this DC Metal. This is the first issue here that we talked about. We're going to make a playlist, 3-song playlist for you to listen to while you're reading the comic. Just something we thought would be really fun to do. Greg and I were talking about it. And it's just going to take place with different parts that are happening in the story. Now, the second issue dropped Wednesday. And I will pick it up and read it eventually. And I will put your playlist right there on Facebook. Check us out, Facebook, Metal4Metal. Also, give a like to Soundwave Comics in Charleston. Even if you're not a comic book fan, give these guys a like anyway. They do really great work for the community. They've been pushing to get their word out. They have the best reading material all in Charleston, and they also are coming out with their own store cover here pretty soon for an Aftershock comic coming up here in a couple weeks.
Oh, cool.
And that's going to be really killer. Either way, the first playlist for your first issue of Dark Knight or Dark Knight's Metal is We Rock by Ron and James Dio, right there. The band Dio, right off Last in Line, number 2. Coming Home by Iron Maiden from The Final Frontier as they're coming back to their home. And to end it all off, since we're talking about that evil curse, I didn't, spoiler alert, talking about the evil curse that Batman has discovered, it is, of course, Evil by Merciful Fate off the album Melissa.
That is fucking cool.
In that metal?
Gotta see that. That's metal as fuck right there.
That is metal.
That's really cool.
Well, guys, we're gonna get on to our topic of the week, and it's a pretty good topic. You came up with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what you got?
Is baby metal, and just what's your overall opinion of them? They're a very polarizing band, so
I think yes, they are metal. They are metal. I'm not that into them. I only like Japanese girls talking if I'm naked.
right.
But they are, they're talented. I'll give them that. And they have a lot of balls, doing what they do, coming to America and all that.
Yeah.
That's great. Rob Zombie loves them. They've opened for Zombie before.
Yeah, they've had their pictures taken with a lot of famous guys too. They even played. Have you seen that video where they played Painkiller with Rob Halford?
Yeah. I think they are metal, and I think they're doing good work. It's just it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I know you like them.
See, I don't love them and I don't hate them. I definitely like them more than Limp Bizkit or something. I remember I was talking to my friend. I remember talking to my friend about that.
If that's what we're comparing,
Well, one of my friends was just saying how much they suck, and I was like, well, Limp Bizkit's like 100 times fucking worse than they are. But no, I dig them. I think...
was your friend like, well, Limp Bizkit?
No, they were just like, nah, you're just crazy. Well, they just ended the argument there. But... No, I dig them. I think they're kind of in the vein of, I'm probably going to get fucking flacked for this, but like Nightwish or something. Kind of it's similar to like symphonic metal.
It is symphonic metal.
With like a weird Japanese twist to it. But like, I do feel that if they were American band and they were just like 3 little white girls from Texas or something doing this shit,
wouldn't be that good.
They wouldn't be able to get away with it. I feel that the metal community really just lets them exist just because it's Japan and it's weird.
Okay, that's a good theory.
Yeah, I think so. But I do think they're genuinely talented, and so that karate song is pretty catchy.
Yeah.
But I dig them.
I like them. Yeah, baby metal is something different, and
Yeah, I think that's a big.
Sometimes
key.
you lose that with heavy metal.
It's something different. I think we should just allow it to exist.
I will. I will allow it.
That's cool. Honestly, I thought you were going to say, like, fuck them, I hate them.
No, I don't hate them. They do good work. It's not terrible. Yeah. And it is definitely metal. Those riffs that they pull out, they don't play, do they? They just sing, right?
The 3 girls just sing, and then they have a backing band. They have a backing band. That really plays.
The band, the band can play,
Yeah.
I
think it was Fieldy from Korn actually got up on stage and played with him one time, but nobody knew it was him because he had the makeup on and all that shit. But yeah, they've had their... Metallica, I think Trivium, Slayer, they've all given their endorsements for whatever that means. Whatever those 3 little girls got to hang out with some of my idols. So
that's true.
What have you done with your life?
Yeah, right. I've sat at this table and given metal news.
Yeah, right.
Actually, all we've done with our life is be cooks.
That's really it, man.
But now we're doing something better.
Flipping the burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sucks.
Now it's been 20 minutes. I know you're working 40. I know you're working 50 plates.
Yeah. 40 tickets come up at the same time, and then they start bitching. It's taking 15 minutes to come out. God, it's the worst industry in the world.
It is.
And it'll probably
never be a chef.
Never be a chef. Never be a chef or a cook. And I think it's probably going to be the last industry to be automized too.
I agree.
Yeah, because I don't even think the robots want to do it.
You remember like that time we looked at each other and we were just like, people have a passion for this,
right? Just like
we were just
like doing this.
We were in the shit, man, and we were going 100 miles an hour.
As they say.
Yeah, we were in 100 miles an hour, dude, and like then it's no fucking remorse, and we just looked at each other and we're like, people have a passion for this.
Yeah, people really, but I mean, hopefully they do that in a different environment than what we were doing it in. Maybe if you're just constantly cooking.
Well, we
fish
were in
all
a
day
North
or something.
Korean slave labor camp.
Yeah, that's the way I always described it. North Korean labor camp. Yeah, that's fucking what.
Well, guys, moving right along. It's been a great episode as always. Looking forward to Annihilator and GWAR's new singles, of course. Decapitated. Fuck you if you did it. I'm sorry if you didn't.
Yeah. Right. It's a good way to sum it up.
So seriously, Gene Simmons, you're still an asshole. $50,000 to shake your hand, you can eat it. Maybe if you buy me dinner, I'll pay $50,000.
Buy me dinner for the rest of my fucking life.
Hey man, that's something. Yeah. Don't forget Ace Frehley and Gene Simmons together. That's going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Don't forget to go to Metal4Metal.com, Metal4Metal on Facebook. Give us a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Check out our latest videos. I know we put a lot up in the last couple of days. Yeah. So, we're waiting to put up the video.
Take your time.
Take your time.
We're not judging you.
We ain't in any rush. Don't forget to check out our interview with Mr. Savage Henry himself, all the way from Canada. Our interview with Truck Rod, all the way from Ohio. Our video
Mutants.
Hybrid Mutants are interview.
Everyone.
A lot of interviews have been gone up in a couple of days. Don't forget to check out our 100 subscriber bash video that will be up in a couple of days. Guys, this has been the news. I'm PJ Steven. That's Dennis Parker, and of course, this has been Metal for fucking Metal. Thank you guys so much.